Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about not a magazine which is celebrating an anniversary or anything like that, but it's one that doesn't really get mentioned very often because there's still quite a lot of people who were unaware of it. Um, Now, it comes from a well-known title, which obviously evolved over the years. And what I'm going to be looking at today is, I do own a full set of this now. It's Mean Machine's PlayStation. Now, I've done a video on this quite a bit back for Maximum Power Up YouTube channel, something that I've not done a video there for absolutely ages. But I didn't have a full collection at the time. And it didn't really last for very long either, something I will touch on in a minute. But for anyone who is aware, and there'll be a lot of you, Mean Machine started as a section in CBG, leading on to the console boom, away from the home computer market of the 8-bit and 16-bit computers, even though the 16-bit computers were still popular, the Amiga, NST, and in some houses the PC. Homes, I should say, not houses. But yeah, so you think Mean Machines lasted 2 years, split into two magazines, Mean Machine Sega and Nintendo Magazine System, as the console boom continued. And it lasted for 53 issues before Mean Machine Sega went into Sega Saturn magazine he still had, again done by EMAP. Around that time in 1997, late 96, early 97, even though CBG was selling really well, they were cutting back on other magazines. I think it was Steve Merritt who told me EMAP higher ups, so higher than him, were changing how they put all the money and stuff into the games magazines, because you have people like magazines like Maxim and things like that. So the lifestyle and lads mags, they're popular back then. So yeah, Mean Machine's PlayStation, bit of a weird one, only lasted 6 issues, 7 if you include the issue 0. Now, this started in 1996, so you're thinking around that time, the PlayStation's out in the UK. There's a ton of PlayStation mags, the official magazine has got the demo discs, or had the demo discs. You got things like PlayStation Power as well. Yeah, PlayStation Plus, also from EMAP. But yeah, it's not a bad one really. Oh, it starts off okay. So you think with PlayStation brand, Mean Machine's brand, I should say, it was known for some of the artistic drawings of people like Mean York and stuff like that. So here is issue 0. So this is August 96. So I can't remember what this came with, this issue 0. I mean, what it sold, it came with a free comic. But at this time, I'd never bought this. I tend to just buy, in 96, PlayStation Power, which I really liked, and also the official one. But then I can't even remember seeing that many copies of this. But it comes with a free gift, a little guide to Resident Evil, which is the same size as the jewel case that you put your Resident Evil game in. So slots in nicely, a few maps there, tips, how to kill the bad guys and stuff like that. So nice little cover mount, and the magazine was only $2.50. So on the cover here we've got X-Men as a preview. I'm not going to go through all these in the detail I usually do, because it'll just take us forever, and no one wants to 1-hour video. So again, you've got little things there. We try to change give it its own little bit of unique design. So we've got upcoming games here on a dartboard / radar type thing. Well, I'd say dartboard more on that. And then what else? Games coming soon. Few well-known ones here. Just gonna show it off. Game called Tomb Raiders back there, or Tomb Raider as it became known. Grand Theft Auto. Whatever happened with that series? Well, you could say the same with Tomb Raider, eh? So then what else have we got? We got things like Incredible Hulk game, awful. Broken Sword on PlayStation, absolutely fantastic. We've mentioned that before in Pixel Addict. And then what else have we got? We've got a massive preview of X-Men Children of the Atom. Some really, really good artwork on display here. Gotta be careful this free gift doesn't just go flying off. So again, proper in-depth look. It's about 8 pages this. So it's showing quite a lot of the game, everything about each character and stuff like that. We've also got you review. So that's a chance for readers to obviously send their reviews in of games. You know, think the experts got it wrong, tell them. And then also we've still got, never used, the questionnaire. Tell what you think of a magazine. Fold it up, send it back to Simon Clay's. Obviously at the head office address there. Sometimes speak to Simon on Facebook. I don't think I'll send that to him and filled in with my scroll. It might be a bit weird. 27 years on, more or less. Okay, so anyway, enough bad jokes. We have got the first main review, and it is for Formula 1. Now, I'm going to just have a quick flick at this. So Formula 1, done by Psygnosis. A game I played quite a lot. I'm not really into racing games at all. Not the serious ones like this, but Formula 1 and Formula 1 97. And the first couple in that series, I think it went up to about 99, under that name anyway. But they gave it 94%. You know, it was really, really good, you know, for an early release as well. And then we've also got another, what have we got here? Is it Tekken 2? Yes, it is. Big review for Tekken 2 as well. 4-5 page review, which we've given 94%. Again, 94%. So loads of, you know, high praise for this game. I'm not surprised, you know, Tekken 2 is like a big step up. Not quite as big as step up Tekken 3 was, but we'll get up to that in a minute. Then you've got like Actual Golf as well, which gave 90%. Die Hard Trilogy, a game which I got with my PlayStation in 1996. One of the best valued you know, games that you could buy for absolutely ages, you know, because, you know, it had 3 games with it and they're all different to each other. Yeah, still one that I own again now, you know, in my PlayStation collection. And then another game, 90% again. Quite a good month for scores, eh? Bust a Move 2. Now, I know there's been loads of Bust a Move games, but Bust a Move 2 was a game I played a lot. You know, like when I was doing a house share with mates and everything like that. It was just like so many late nights playing Bust a Move, you know, and it was just so addictive. And then we've also got a preview for Wipeout 2097 as well. It's such an exciting time here, really, because you think of all the big games that have just been released, loads coming out. Massive 4-page preview of Crash Bandicoot and also Destruction Derby 2. But then, just to go through the rest of these, and I would like to say I'm only going to do it very, very briefly, otherwise we'll be here for ages. So they kept these like little free gifts. I mean, like I say, that was issue 0. Issue 1 was dated, I think it was yeah, they missed out September, but it was like dated October 96. That came with a Tekken 2 player's guide, which still got attached to it. And then it did go up 25p for issue 2. So here we have got Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the cover. Mortal Kombat still really popular at the time. First 3 games, you know, before the whole, you know, becoming jaded with the entire series, you know, because it took until Mortal Kombat 9 when it sort of got a massive reboot and everyone started liking it again. You know, it was sort of like, you know, the series people just had enough of, you know, after Mortal Kombat 4. But the first few really, really good. 7-page review. And also in here we've got Reloaded, Final Doom, Wipeout 2097, Soviet Strike, Star Gladiator and Crash Bandicoot. So again, some really big names. Just I'm going to show like a few key things here. So again, bright, colourful, trying to keep that sort of Mean Machines vibe as much as they could. But I suppose magazines are also starting to change. You know, you've had some glossy ones as well. You know, you've got Edge, which has been going for what, at that point, about 4 years. You had Maximum, which didn't really last that long. And again, the big shiny mag from EMAP, but a lot of people still like to this day. And then let's have a look. So we've got letters here with Joy. Don't know if the last name is Pad. I don't know if that's like the or Stick. I don't know. Anyway, it's not me that came up with a character, but you have a look. You know, she's like I don't know if you remember. I'm sure it was in CVD. She was called like Sadie or something like that as a character. And again, she'd been in charge of, you know, the mailbag before. I think it was even before Yob came into it. But then we've got massive start of the Mortal Kombat trilogy review here. Like I say, 7 pages, so plenty of room. You know, nice big box outs. Every character getting a little bit about them, and yeah, I think you'd struggle to get that nowadays in the few magazines we've got left. I don't think I could give 7 pages to a review, you know, 3 or 4 really, but then again, we only do 60 pages. But we give it 92%, which isn't bad at all, really. And then again, you know, the staff pages, looking at the start of reviews and the new reviews again, where people are writing in, what did they review? You review, and they gave this, is it just a joypad? No, it can't be just a joypad. God, it's not even saying. I think it's just going down to, yeah, is he reviewing the day? Anyway, sorry, this is it's not very clear. One of the main issues there of oh no, it's playing Crash Bandicoot. Looking at this, finally find out, giving it 91%. I think it's because there's about 3 pictures of Crash Bandicoot, and the rest of the pictures of him being drove around in a car on his way over to EMAP offices. Yeah, and yeah, 91% for Crash Bandicoot, which is probably close to what we actually gave it. Speaking of which, we'll find out on this very next page. That wasn't even planned. Crash Bandicoot, quite a few pages, 90%. So there's 1% in it. You know, I know sometimes you get like these, you know, reader reviews, and they'd be like, case of like, oh, you've given Gex the Undercover Gecko 60%, but I think it's absolutely brilliant and better than Sonic. I would give it 97%. You know, and you're like, that just sounds crazy. It's like when you were a kid, and you know, I've been there. I bought some awful games for Super Nintendo, and you know, tried to tell yourself it's actually good, but really you've just wasted 30-40 quid. You know, some of the games that I've got in my SNES collection now, like Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure, I bought that from Woolworths back in about 94, quite cheap. Didn't really like it, but then I've ended up buying it again, just again to have, in case my opinion changed, and now it's like 15 quid, so a bit cheaper, you know. Anyway, on with the magazine. Wipeout 2097, a big review. I'm not going to really go into any more. 95%, that's massive. I mean, it's still seen as one of the best games, though, to be fair. There's like a load of games that you just forget about. Project Overkill, nope, doesn't ring a bell. Star Gladiator, I think, was, yeah, by Capcom. One of the many beat 'em ups. So I remember this coming out. I remember seeing it in the game shop I went to was one called Canning's in Lee. This closed down officially about 2 years ago, but back in the 90s it was brilliant. You know, it had like tons of magazines, it did video rentals, did game rentals, sold games, traded in games. You'd go in there on a Friday, you know, it'd be absolutely brilliant. You'd spend most of your dinner hour from college, you know, just checking out game after game. We'd have, you know, consoles set up. We'd get a few import things. It was just like a totally different time. And there we are, another Capcom face-off. Star Gladiator versus Street Fighter, or should it be Street Fighter Alpha 2 versus Star Gladiator. So just carry on just through, just to show the type of stuff we did. So this was like issue 3, so still early on. 2 tips books with this one on Tunnel B1 and also X2. And again, so you had Batman Forever, the cover of that. Not a great game, but it's Batman. Everyone knows Batman, and as we always say when we're doing the Addict magazines, you know, you want to actually get covers that jump out, people recognise and things like that. This was the last issue. Hang on, was it? Yeah, this was the last issue that I needed, I think. I'm almost certain it was, to complete my set, and that was issue 4 there, which has got Time Crisis. Exclusive move over Virtua Cop. It's Time Crisis, which makes me chuckle because Matthew Castle, who does the Backpage podcast, said he always used to use that for Nintendo Magazine. Oh well, official Nintendo Magazine. You know, move over X, Y is here now. You know, it's it must be a very 90s thing. And then what else have we got? So we've got more letters. We've tried to bring in the readership aspect, you know, to obviously have pictures sent in, stuff like that. More competitions to get readers involved. What else have we got in here? See, we're getting towards the end of it already. Special on Die Hard, probably because it's on Christmas time. Syndicate Wars, a Twix challenge to try and win prizes. Yeah, and then we have also got Soul Edge, obviously going on to Soul Calibur in that Namco series. So again, this is like February 1997 now, so still early days, but we're about to come towards the end of Mean Machines as a title. You know, proper rappers in this one. And what did they give? Oh, they gave Soul Blade 95%. That's massive. It was a really good game though. It still is. You know. But yeah, so just moving on to the last one quickly, so I'm not here forever. And on the cover, a lot thinner as well, down to 90 odd pages. Hang on. Nope, down to 68 pages. So within 5 or 6 issues, going to 68 pages. I think this might have just been just get something out there. Still, oh, it's gone down in price. So it only went to $2.75 for one issue. Right, okay, strange. Anyway, so yeah, so it was $2.50, then $2.75, then back to $2.50, where it stayed at $2.50 till it ended. 6-page special on Tekken 3. So this is dated March 1997. So this is the last month you have Mean Machines magazines on the newsstand. Again, Tekken 3 is still really loved, and again it had that scrolling beat 'em up type, can't think what it's called, but like, you know, that play mode. They do say in this one it's the end. Not many magazines get a chance to do that. This is something, anytime I get a final issue, it's always like, right, what's happening? Have they told you? Like Games Master, when that ended in 2018, it had a very quick sign off. But this one, here we go. It's got the farewell page there. After just 6 issues, 7 including the preview one. And it's going into PlayStation Plus. So for all your PlayStation needs there, I mean, Sony magazines are going to struggle. I mean, Play sold well, and that didn't have demo discs or anything like that. But Simon Clay's on there. Who else? Steve Key. Sometimes speak to him. Oz Brown. You know, like and Lucy Hill. Both. Well, quite a few of those names that have been in the Mean Machines family for a long time. Oh, quick review here. Obviously, fantastic game, Legacy of Kain. Well worth playing if you never played it. And just to whiz forward a little bit. Oh, this one's apt because the TV show's just started. Twisted Metal World Tour. I've tried to play this recently because they're on PlayStation Plus at the moment, and I've just not really got the patience for racing games, you know, like in arenas. Give it 91% though, so I know VO's got good reviews, but it's not the type of thing I'm really into. Exhumed preview, and then just the next month page. There we go. Mean Machines, PlayStation going into PlayStation Plus. The end. So you think there's what, 6.5 years roughly separating those two magazines. You think how much has just got in my face there, how much has changed in gaming, you know, going from NES being featured in everything. It's 7 years. You know, you look at things now. So yeah, so you see the difference from like NES, Master System, Mega Drive, Super Famicom coming onto the scene, or the SNES, going all the way up to PlayStation. Right, so you go like 6.5 years. So you go 6.5 years back now, back to 2017, and you're like, there's nowhere near that same jump. Obviously, this is going to get into a massive topic, so I don't want to spend too long on it. But you think there's nowhere near that massive jump, is there? You know, because you go PlayStation 4, still going. You know, PlayStation 5 has been out now for 3 years, more or less. So that's almost half the amount of time. And I don't know, at some point, you know, this, well, I think this is what's aided the Indian homebrew things coming back. You know, there's only so far you can go before you just go, what is this? It's exactly the same game, it's just a bit shinier, you know, and stuff. So anyway, that's something for another day. Probably not on here, seeing we're just talking magazines. But yeah, Mean Machines PlayStation, very short-lived, big name brand. I'll be honest, the people that worked on it aren't always that favourable to it, but they tried it. It's the last throw of the you know, EMAP Games Mag dice, because you think it wasn't too much longer since till CVG had been sold to Dennis, you know, so I think that was about late 99 possibly, and you know, it's all change. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave comments, and again, there'll be another video quite soon. I think next week will be the Edge 30th anniversary, where I have a proper look finally at Edge issue 1. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good week. Bye bye.